Hello, my fellow Snarkatarians. What's up? It's Jess. Thank you for tuning in and spending some time with me today. Today's going to be a little different. I already have a lot of my makeup on. I have my base, I have concealer, eyebrows, and some contour on. I saw Bailey Sarian, who's a YouTuber. I saw one of her thumbnails. It was basically her recreating a very old school Hollywood glam 1940s character. I don't recall who it was. I don't recall the movie or anything like that, but she recreated it. And I thought it might be fun to do the same thing. Not necessarily an era, a character from my all-time favorite movie series franchise. So I was born in 1975. 2 years later, Star Wars came out. So my inner geek is coming out, my inner sci-fi, whatever, is here to play. Sci-fi geeks and makeup, I don't know, it might work. I've never done like a sci-fi whatever that is, cosplay, I don't know. I've never done anything like that, but tonight might be a first. Character-wise, I thought it would be Princess Leia, who I guess now is technically a Disney princess, but I digress. Still my favorite princess, you know. She was no nonsense though. She didn't do a lot with her makeup. It was all about the hair, but she had like the lacquered lip gloss and she had the doughy eyes. But she was no nonsense. She was there to save the galaxy. That's what she was going to do. So as stunning as she is, I thought I would do something a little bit more out there, a little bit more out of my comfort zone again. And I mean, this is going all out. So the character I decided on was not in the original. He was in the second in Empire Strikes Back. We are talking about the one and only, the most badass, feared bounty hunter in the galaxy, nay, universe. That would be Boba Fett. He's friggin' awesome. I love his armor. I love the colors. It's kind of like a muted primary color wheel, like a grayish blue, a mustard yellow, and a red, kind of a burnt brick red. So I thought those colors would be fun to just kind of play around with on the eyeballs. And we'll see where it goes. It is makeup. If it doesn't work, hey, it's no big deal. It's just one of those things, but I thought I'd give it a try. Inner Geek's coming out, and we're gonna go with this. And I tried to decide how to express my inner Boba Fett, and I kind of debated, you know, like if I were going to see him in concert, or if I were going to see, probably do like a Ninja Warriors or Bounty Hunter Warriors kind of thing. How would I go show my support and let everybody know that I was on Boba Fett's team? I would have my sign that would say, you know, something like, I have a Boba fetish, and, you know, call me. But color-wise, I'm going to do that on my face and see how it goes. So here we go. Again, thanks for joining me. We'll see how it goes. May the Force be with you. May the Force be with me and my makeup. The main color I'm going to use, the gray-blue color, is from the Emily Wants edit from Makeup Revolution, and it is the color Corduroy, which is this one here. And it's it looks really green, like corduroy, but I find when it's applied, it's a little bit more like a dark teal gray. So I'm going to start with that color. I'm going to get that all over the crease here and maybe get a little closer. Again, I don't know how this is going to go. I don't really care. It's been a day. It's been a day, people. I normally film on a Saturday or a Sunday, sometime during the weekend when I have more time and I'm not pressed for work. But today's been a day. And if you saw in my fibromyalgia video that sometimes I feel like crap, and just playing around with makeup is kind of a diversion or kind of therapy or something I actually look forward to. Occasionally it makes me feel a little better. So we're going to go with that. I'm not feeling bad physically. It's just been a day. So we're going to go in. Here we go. As I said, I'm going to buff this all in the crease. And I'm just going to go to town. I do have a primer on. I use the Wet n Wild Liquid Catsuit in Camelback, maybe? I'm not worried about the mess. I'm not worried about where it's going, other than I'm buffing it just all over my crease here. we'll deal with that later. Makeup is one of those things, like, nobody necessarily wants to go to work. But I feel like when I'm getting ready for work, I almost look forward to putting makeup on and just kind of zoning out and focusing on that for a little bit before I have to go into the mundaneness of the office and what I'm going to do. Any of you guys watch Housewives? Anybody Housewives fans out there? I generally watch most of them. As you may know, if you are a fan, that New York and Beverly Hills is on right now. And I enjoy them both. New York right now is a freaking train wreck. And I used to kind of like Luann, the Countess. And I don't know what it is whenever these broads, any of them, any freaking Jersey or Orange County or, you know, whatever, the whole franchise. Why is it I'm embarrassed watching when they go on vacation? Oh, the room's not good enough, or they have to have this, or they have to have that, or they have, like, help in the room. And, man. So this whole last 2 episodes, Dorinda in New York is hosting in her house in the Berkshires, which is lovely. She goes out of her way. Usually it's at Christmas time. She decorates. I forgot my sponge. I will be right back. So anyway, there's always an issue with rooms. And Ramona and Sonia are always the most obnoxious when it comes to rooms. But Luann, who has been in rehab twice now, has gotten out of rehab, decided that even though she and Dorinda are kind of having issues, something happened, something was said over the summer. Dorinda's trying to hold out that olive branch and have her come and stay with her so they can maybe try and mend this relationship, whatever had happened. So she comes up and she decides that she will, because, you know, it's all for the drama. Before I get into that, I'm going to attempt doing a cut crease. And what a cut crease is kind of just go to town with whatever in the crease, and to clean that area up and to make like a smoother base for any of the other colors on your lid. Tend to use like a brighter or more opaque concealer and put that over the parts that you want to kind of cut out, so to speak. So I will be using the E.L.F 16-hour camo concealer in light peach, and I have this really fantastic Morphe brush. It's the M213 brush. I don't know if you can see that. It's really nice. It's really kind of small and kind of rounded and kind of fits, I think, my eyelids, so I'm going to give that a try. Okay, so Luann finds out that she's going to be put in the fish room or the shark room or whatever. Who cares? It's a room. Be a guest. Be a gracious guest. Dorinda's being a gracious host. Didn't have to invite you up at all. And she's like throwing a freaking hissy fit because she gets the shark room. I don't know. There's an explanation behind it. I don't buy it, but whatever. It is what it is. Now, I have to say, I tried this one other time. It is difficult because I have very hooded eyes. It's so much nicer when you have younger, smoother eyelids that you don't have to worry about trying to figure out where your eyelid is. But I'm going to go in here and see what happens. Oh, I should probably... I need to concentrate for this, so... I'm actually kind of surprised. Now, it is not a very opaque, like super opaque color because the green is kind of coming through, but that's all right. The other colors we're going to use are quite intense too. This brush works very well for this kind of thing. It's also good for an inner corner. Clearly, and let me just make this disclaimer if you haven't guessed, I am not a makeup artist. I am trying this kind of for the first time because I saw it and I thought it would be kind of cool. It's actually going a little better than what I thought it would. And then it transfers, because I didn't wait to let it dry. So anyway, that's my current recap of the Housewives currently. It's ridiculous. Sometimes I'm ashamed to watch it. That actually looks cool right like that, the way it is. I forgot one other thing. Here we go. Now, I'm going to go into, I'm going to hold off on this for now. I am now going to go in to the Good Sport palette from ColourPop. And I'm going to go in with this color Trooper. Right here. It's kind of a mustardy color. I'm not going to use any Fix Plus. I do kind of want this muted, and I think the concealer will help with that. So I'm going in with the flat brush. I'm really going to kind of pack it on there. And we're going to go into the inner part of the lid. So if you'll, this particular Star Wars movie, I feel like, because I've pretty much had these characters in my life, so to speak, since I was 2 years old. And I know it sounds weird, and I know it sounds crazy, but I'm definitely attached to them. Like, I know they're not real. I know it's just a movie. But I always felt like I've known these characters my entire life. We were close. We were like best buds. And I'm going to be so sad when this final movie comes out. And I know darn well, now that Disney has their hands on it, I am not poo-pooing Disney. And I'm really excited to see The Lion King and Aladdin when it comes out soon. I'm going to be really sad when it's over. And I know darn well, because they've done spin-offs, I'm hoping they do a Boba Fett spin-off kind of movie. They've done a Han Solo one, obviously. I hear they're going to do an Obi-Wan Kenobi one, perhaps. So, I know they're not going to go away altogether, but I was so sad when Carrie Fisher passed away. But she will live on. She will always be Princess Leia. Princess with the blaster. She didn't need Prince Charming. She just needed a blaster and some good lip gloss, and she was good to go. Huh. I like it. I kind of like it. So the next color I'm going to use is more of that brick red color that I was talking about before. This is going to be from Ace Beauté. I've never used it. I've never heard of it before. I got it for Christmas. And I think I'm going to go in with this color and this color. I'm going to start with this brick red and kind of put a little shimmer on my lid to kind of transition the yellow to the red. I'm going to use this brush here, and we're going to go in. It's called Poppy. That's the dark red color, and we're going to go over the outer half of this eyelid. The contacts are really ticking me off too. I'm sure you guys have a movie growing up that you were attached to. If so, let me know what it is. I'd like to know that I'm not the only one out there that is that attached to a movie and to characters that don't exist. It's one thing if it was real. Who said it's not? It happened a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Doesn't mean that it's happening right now. It already happened. So who's to say it didn't happen? In a galaxy far, far away. Just saying. All right. And I like that these colors, this red and this greenish color, kind of make a nice little purple. I'm going with this rose color. This one here. I'm just taking my favorite color, I think. And then I think I'm going to go in with this primrose color here, this gold, and kind of blend that into the two colors. Right in the center. almost is a kind of an orange gold. Corduroy, and just kind of sweep it out a little bit. Just going to take a little bit more and just a tad and just kind of buff that out. Buff out the edges a little bit. So Halloween's kind of a big thing at work, and one of our doctors is very big on it. And usually we have these competitions in our departments or offices, kind of get a theme together. And the one year's doctor was in our office, so she wanted to do Star Wars theme. I'm like, okay. And ended up going as R2-D2, which was really fun. I have this cute dress. A friend of mine did my makeup, and it was too cute. It was really freaking cute. I had roller skates on that I hadn't worn in a decade or two. So needless to say, that was tricky. I am going to go back to this Good Sport. It is Ebb, and it's like this weird like gold, but it has a green shift to it. So I think I'm going to put that in the corner of my eye. And really kind of make that inner corner pop. Cool. All right, now for the eyeliner, there's this Trophies right here in the ColourPop Good Sport as well. I'm just going to use that to line my upper eyelid. Now I do want to let everybody know that if you're not aware of this, there is a distinct difference between a Trekkie and a Star Wars freak. I am the Star Wars freak, okay? Please don't get the two confused. I'm sure there are some Trekkies out there that enjoy Star Wars and vice versa. I like the new Trek stuff with Chris Pine because he's a hottie. I never got into the old stuff. Although, I do love The Wrath of Khan. That was the second movie that they made. I did like that one quite a bit. But I don't, by any stretch of the imagination, consider myself to be a Trekkie. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I know there are people out there. There's nothing wrong with Star Trek. I'm just definitely a Star Wars freak. I don't want to get into a fight. I don't want to offend anybody. But I don't consider myself to be a Trekkie. And if you are a true Trekkie, you would not want me to call myself one anyway. So that is the upper lid. I think it's pretty cool. I'm happy the way it turned out. I'm going to try and work on the lower lid here. I'm going to do some eyeliner. This is old. What the hell? Well, not old, but it's been around. It is the Master Precise Skinny Eyeliner. It's from Maybelline, and it's actually in a gray color. I'm going to do the waterline, at least my lower waterline, which I never do. But this calls for a waterline. Oh my god, that tickles. Oh. And this is why I never do it, and it makes my eyes water. Take some of that black, and I'm going to get that right under my lash line. Look how sparkly this is. I love it. You see it? No. It Cosmetics. Okay, so I'm going to go back to that black Trophies in here, and I'm going to smudge my under eye, my lash line with it. Do you notice that the Bud Light Night looks like Boba Fett? Except the Bud Light Night does not have a jetpack and things coming out of his suit. It's just a knight. But if you ask me, he was modeled after Boba Fett. I'm going to go back to Corduroy from the Emily Wants palette, and I'm going to smudge that underneath the eye as well. going to get some mascara on. And I think I'm going to call it a day with the eye look. This is the Amped Lashes Mascara from Ulta Beauty. Part of me wants to take that green color and kind of go across here like a mask. It's kind of like a mask. Obviously, this is nothing that I would wear out in public unless I was going to Comic-Con or Halloween. But I kind of dig it. Ooh, you know what I didn't do? I need to put a little highlight under the eyebrow. Now, I look like I have a unibrow here. I'm already contoured, but I have the Blush Neutrals 26 eye color and blush palette from BH Cosmetics. Now they do have not just the blush or the eyeshadows, but they do have some blushes in here. Some really nice colors, and I think I'm gonna keep with the 80s theme and maybe use this one or this one. One of them has a sheen. I think I'm gonna go with that one closer to the end. There are no color names on here. But I'm just going to go in. I have this Spotlight highlighter from Physicians Formula. Wrong side, I do it every time. And it's really nice. I like to wear it a lot underneath the Healthy Foundation. It really has a nice glow. Creepy. Remember Blade Runner? That's another like Harrison Ford tie-in, but I look like Daryl Hannah's character. That's what it reminds me of. Or that I ran into a door or something. But anyway, I'm going to take this Spotlight highlighter and I'm going to really kind of streak it in. It's such a beautiful highlighter. I'm just going to do this. And now, I seem to have gotten schmutz on my inner corner. Almost want my face to look a little bit on the metallic side. I don't know why I always do this. I always forget to do the lip product. I'm going to go to My Pet from the Maleficent ColourPop Ultra Glossy Lip. I used it in my last video. I don't know. I forget every time. I didn't actually use this by itself before, but ooh, I like it. All right, my friends. So this is the actual finished look. I hope you like it. I hope you had a fun time doing this with me. I know I did. I was able to tap into my inner sci-fi geek and kind of nerd out a little bit, but kind of do a glam nerd time and pay homage to Boba Fett and Star Wars. Some things that are really important in my life and that I enjoy and have always liked since I was a little kid. So again, thank you for spending time with me. If you like this kind of video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe and hit the notifications button so you know when I upload new content. I generally tend to upload content on Saturdays around noon, but I'm thinking of kind of playing around with that a little bit. So follow me at the Pesky Snarkatarian on Instagram. And again, thank you so much for having some fun with me and playing around with makeup. I do feel better than what I did when I started. And I kind of enjoyed how this turned out. So have a fantastic day, and I will see you in my next video.